So I made it to the point that we're gonna go ahead and start doing body work on this truck. My homeboy Bravo went ahead and came on through and he said, hey look man, let's go ahead on and knock this on out. So I decided to go ahead on and do it while I got the help. So I'm gonna go ahead and get on out here, show y'all exactly what we're doing. Show you kind of like the little before picture as far as on what condition this paint is in, and you know what we got to go through to go ahead on and get it right. Because you know, whether it's my ride or whether I sell it or whatever, at the end of the day it's still coming from me. I just want to make sure that it's right. So but yeah, like I said, let's get to it and I'll show y'all what's going on. So hopefully y'all can hear me, but if you can't, that's cool. But I'm gonna point out a few things over here. We took these dually flares off. It was in pretty bad shape. So went ahead and bought some more of those. Like all of the paint that's on here. I mean, it's super thick and it's coming off super easy. I mean, it don't have like look at this. You know, all that stuff is just, so like I said, it don't have any adhesion and stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead on and strip it on down, and then we're gonna go ahead and make sure that we go ahead and get this right. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what this other side looking like, and then it's just part of the process. So it ain't even begun to get done, but you know, we just rubbing the top of the barrel. So we got a whole bunch of blocking to do because I want to make sure this thing is super straight, and then we'll go ahead and get it in primer and then dye coat it and block it again. So let's go ahead and look at this other side. As you can see, we went ahead and stripped the paint off of this side, and now we're starting to do the body work and everything. And then like all of this right here, we went ahead and welded everything on in. So the roll pan's all welded in. Make sure all our gaps and everything was straight there. So then we got to go ahead and do our body work on that. This is also a new tailgate because the other one was in pretty rough shape too. You know I don't ride like that. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to go ahead on and show y'all what step that we was pretty much at. But I can't lie, I'm excited. I'm really excited to have this truck done. So just make sure you stay tuned to see what color it's going. Before you leave this video, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Today I'm gonna be doing a review. I don't do a whole lot of reviews, you know, just in general, but this one I definitely feel like it definitely need a review on. I was reading up on Facebook the other day. There was a guy asking about these, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give this company a try. Well, you're probably like, okay, what you talking about? Well, in upcoming videos, I'm probably gonna release this one before I actually get to the other project video. Well, I'm building another Chevy crew cab. The fenders on it, the dually fenders on it was pretty junk. I mean, it was busted up, cracked up. I was like, you know what? I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy a new set. I usually mess with the one guy, but I don't know, he just ain't been calling me back, ain't been answering the phone. So that's a really quick way to lose my business. So what I figured I'd do, I'll go ahead and hit up a company called Wallace Dually Fenders. So I went ahead on and hit them up, went ahead and paid $600 for these fenders. So when they got here, first initial thing, they come in this big 10-foot box. I mean, I'm like, all right, well, cool. I'm super geek. And, you know, at first glance, yes. Super big box. Open it up. It's packaged very well. I done already took this one out and stuff like that. You know, at first glance, packaged very well. So my first initial instinct, I cannot wait to go ahead on and put them on. So I go ahead on, since I'm already in the bodywork stage. You know, I was told that these things was ready to go, boat on. Pretty much, you know, you can pull them out the box, paint them, and put them on your truck. Well, to get to my surprise, that wasn't even the case. So I go ahead and unwrap it, pull it out the box, and I try and put it on. Well, you know, this body line right here, that body line that's on the fender, when it sat in the holes, that body line was sitting up here. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like you can move those bolt holes, you know, or anything like that. So what I had to end up doing is taking these holes. These holes was up here, y'all. Y'all see how far I had to move these holes down just in order to get this body line down here to line up. And then the one on the back side back here, I had to end up, I think, going up. But one of the ways I had to whop out the holes in order to get them fenders to fit. And first off, it made me mad because I shouldn't have had to do that, because OEM ones, you don't have to re-drill the holes like that. So, so that, like I said, that had already pissed me off. So what I'm gonna do, once I actually get this mocked up, I'm gonna sit that fender on there real tight, and then I'll be able to take a washer, and then I'm gonna tack weld it in place so that my holes aren't so big. And then I'll go ahead and finish the body work on top of that. But like I said, I'll go ahead and show you what this looks like fitted up. Not only that, but like OEM ones, they're so much thicker. I'm talking a whole lot thicker. These things are so thin. Matter of fact, you can look through it and see daylight. That's how thin, you know what I mean, that it is. And I don't know, they're super flimsy. If I'd have known all of that, honestly, I would have stuck with the OEM ones, and I would have took my chances on rebuilding those. But what ended up happening was they were so bad, I actually put them up on Marketplace, and I ended up getting rid of them before I actually received my new ones, because I was up under the impression that, hey, look, these, you know, other ones is going to be pretty good. So, but like I said, I didn't know that I had to alter the holes to get them to work. Didn't realize it was going to be so thin, and, you know, stuff like that. So not only that, but right at where it meets up in the seams and all around the edges, it's super, I'm talking super thin. And I think the last straw for me is the crispiness of it. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and put this fender on there, and then I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So just stay tuned. And this right here, and this right here is the company who made them. So, you know, when y'all go ahead on and see that on the internet or whatever, when y'all get ready to start ordering, you know what I mean, y'all fenders and stuff, just so y'all know. But like, I don't know what these is. These things look like cocoons. But I mean, I guess if it worked, it is what it is, you know what I mean? You won't see it, it'll be on the back side. None of that stuff really matters to me. But like I said, around here, like this right here, oh my gosh, I mean, like that is super thin, you know what I'm saying? And you can tell how thick it is right here, and then it goes to ultra thin going off up in here, you know what I'm saying? So little stuff like that, and it goes like that throughout. So I mean, had I known that I had to do body work on top of this, I wouldn't have had purchased them. And like, for your average person who don't know how to do body work, or they actually buy this set and send it to a body shop, you're gonna be out of more money than what you had even anticipated on. So I don't like, you know what I mean, surprises like that. That's just not cool, especially when you advertising it as, hey, look, you know, these are ready to go. So like I said, I just think that that's real messed up. How these people manage to stay in business putting out shitty work like this is beyond me. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing fitted on up on here, and I'm gonna really show y'all what, you know, what tipped me over the hat. So just stay tuned. Now, from 10 feet away, yes, it probably looks doggone good. Yep, I'd say you do too. But like I said, it's really thin off up in here. Matter of fact, you can see it's so thin in here that it actually starting to break off just from the test fitting. And then, like, look at this cut. It comes down, loops out, you know what I'm saying? And like, you got all of this gap in here. Now all of this has been blocked already, so this is supposed to be straight. So a lot of y'all is probably like, well, why don't you just go ahead and bolt the sheet metal up to the fender? But if I go ahead on and do that, you know what that's gonna do? if it goes uneven with that fender, it's going to create waves going down the side of the bed, and that ain't how I'm riding. So I guess we got to go ahead on and do the body work to this to make that, just to make sure that everything is straight. I don't want you to look down and be like, oh, his vehicle waving at you, because I mean, that looks tacky, you know what I mean? So, but like let's check this out. And this was my folding point right here, what really pissed me off. Like, okay, you got that gap in there, and I'm gonna say that's probably about 1/4 inch all the way down. And then as you see, like, you know, right there, you know what I mean? Like you can see right here, it's touching. But like everywhere else going down there, it's not touching. So there's a gap all the way here till it gets to here, and then it's touching, and then it goes all the way down there, and then it opens up again. So let's look at that again. So you see plenty of gap. So pretty much what's gonna need done is a good solid tape line, and then we're gonna have to end up flattening that on out. So I don't know who cut that or why they cut that the way that they did, but I'm talking Stevie Wonder could have did a better cut than that. But a message to Wallace, I mean, if that's the type of work that you're putting out, dude, people need to know what type of stuff that they can expect, because I spent $600 on these things, and I cannot lie, I am pissed. You know what I mean? $600 in that, and then on top of that, an extra $400 in work and labor, when I could have fixed the fenders that was on here for a little bit less. But I figured, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and grab these new ones. That way I'll go ahead and be able to fit them on, and they be pretty much, you know what I mean, just ready to scuff and paint. A little bit of body work, I don't mind. But this right here, I'm sorry, but this is total BS. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that everybody finds out about these, and putting out work like that is why people go out of business. So I don't know, not cool at all. So, but in the position that I'm in, I've looked everywhere. I haven't found any fenders, and if I did find any, they was missing half of the fender because of a blowout, stuff like that. So I ain't got no choice but to make these work, reinforce it on the backside to where I'm happy and stuff like that. So I didn't want to I guess make this video. I didn't make it to rant and rave or anything like that, man, but it was somebody that was actually talking about them in one of the bag dually forums or whatever, asking if anybody had ever used them, and it was kind of mixed reviews. But I figured, you know what, I'll go ahead and give them a try. You know what I'm saying? It was $200 a piece plus your freight shipment, and then like the, I don't know, it might have been like an oversized handling fee or something, but anyway, it came up to a little like $607, something like that, shipped to my door. So some of y'all asking, was it worth the money? Absolutely not. I would never buy from them again, because if that's the type of product that they put out, it ain't worth it to me. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you got to take and drill out your holes even more, because the bolts that come out of the fenders don't even line up with the OEM stuff. You know what I'm saying? No, not cool. So I didn't like the fact of that. I didn't like the fact that the body lines didn't match up. Don't like the fact that I got to actually go back and do body work to straighten out lines that should have been straight already. You know what I mean? That's just, I don't know. These fenders to me, in my you know, what I consider horrible, that's a lot of work. You know what I mean? And when you want to ride crispy and stuff like that, you can't just be half-assed and just throwing whatever on your truck, because when you want a nice truck, you pay attention to detail. And when people got, you know, a 1/4 inch gap at the bottom of the door, and then it opens up to a 1/2 inch, or then you look at that classic and it's got a 1/4 inch all the way around, like those are the type of details that people, you know, people will pick your cars apart. They may not say nothing, but they do, you know what I mean? And those are the type of details that I feel like is very important. So, you know, and just like with the wheels, that's the reason I pay attention to a lot of that stuff, and attention to detail, and I do the stuff the way that I do it, because I don't want you out here looking silly. You know, clearly, you know, Wallace dually fenders, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? But I guess if they've been in business so-called for how many ever years, and y'all still getting people over, then, you know, then hey, you just as bad as them if you continue to let them do it. So, but I feel like everybody needs to know, because if, you know, there's a lot of people out here that's doing replacement fenders, or they're, you know, turning their trucks into a dually. stuff like that. So like I said, that's going to be the type of stuff that you end up running into. So like I said, none of that stuff you shouldn't have to do, because the OEM, when they come off of it, I mean, it literally came right on out. It lined up, you know, and like right here, like another thing that made me mad. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's flat. You know what I mean? And then right here, it dips down and then it comes back up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to actually have to put something underneath here to strengthen that up. I don't know if y'all can see that on camera. I hope that you can. But like I said, there's a big dip starting here and ending here. And then back here, it's all, you know what I mean? It's all fairly straight. So I don't know. Just not cool in my book. But like I said, I'm kind of in a situation. I ain't got no choice but to go ahead on and make it work. So, but like I said, I wanted y'all to go ahead on and know exactly what y'all getting ready to get yourselves into. If you decide to buy from them, hey, I salute you. More power to you. You know, but for the people who, you know, just want to boat them on and straight go, this probably ain't gonna be the Fender for you. Like I said, the other ones, the old ones that come off of here, they bolted right in place where they were supposed to. They come right on off. They was a whole lot thicker. Yes, they was in worse condition, but they was a whole lot thicker, a lot more durable, stuff like that. I should have just went ahead and made it work, but it is what it is. You live and you learn. So my buddy Bravo came through, went ahead on and knocked out the bed as far as on the powder coat. I'm sorry, as far as on the bodywork, and actually went ahead and got this thing primed on up. So yep, so that's actually looking pretty good. We got one more block sand, and I'm gonna guide coat it, and just to make sure that everything's gonna be good there. But everything is pretty nice. I know you're probably looking at that gap down there, but there's missing a bolt down here for me to line that up. Yep, same thing on all four corners. Put the roll pan in there, molded it, body worked it. I thought about running a shaved tailgate handle, but I'm not a fan of the way that when you have to cut this out, it makes this pretty flappy. And I know that the last two that I did, when I cut that structure out, it flexed this out, and I had to body work it from about here all the way to here, and it was just a pain in the butt. So, but yeah, that's how far we are along on this project. So I guess I'm gonna keep on tweaking at it so I can go ahead and get this thing done. Summertime's around here, and I'm ready to go ahead and get this thing on the road. But other than that, I'm finna go ahead and get out of here. It's Sunday, the day before Memorial Day, so I got some stuff on the smoker, and I'm getting ready to get out of here. So, all right, well, you guys have a good holiday. I hope you enjoy your weekend, and I'll holler at you soon, so stay tuned.